Hello everyone and welcome to our weather update on June 25th, 2025. Yes, and 2025, not 2023. I realised that last night I messed that up as well, right at the start. Right, so starting off with our article read here. So today I was lucky enough to go to the website and just happened to have this article open. Yesterday I mentioned this, basically showing us how the smoke from the wildfires in Canada travelled across the Atlantic via the jet stream, that fast flowing area of air, ribbon of air, that conveyor belt of air high in the sky. Obviously, we know that drives our weather. It sends in all these nasty lows off the Atlantic Ocean, ruining our summer and giving us stormy winters, that sort of stuff. Yes, and it's just telling us how this smoke has obviously risen from these wildfires in Canada and been transported across to Europe by that strong jet stream, creating for some very colourful skies and sunsets. For example, this in February in Gloucestershire in England on the 31st of May. As you can see, similarly to the patterns on the radar that are on the satellite even, that I showed you at the start of June, late May sort of time frame, of this smoke taking on a sort of wavy pattern. Yeah, that's just is in the jet stream. So basically that would mark wherever the jet is. So at the point the jet stream was coming out of Canada, down Midwest, into the southeastern US and up northwards into the Atlantic Ocean there. And it just tells you what the jet stream is and the history of the jet stream discovery and why they form, where they are. There are like 4 jet streams in the world, 4 main ones, polar ones and subtropical ones and so on. And it's quite a nice read, quite an interesting read of this article. It's really quite nice. Turbulence, turbulence, and obviously the planes use it to fly from west to east, from east to west. So they go up north to avoid it, or down south, but then they go across the jet stream. Yeah, good read. So here is the UKV high res chart. Oh god. Yeah. So tonight we have patchy rain pushing in from the west. Before I actually leave that, I was meant to look at the satellite, wasn't I? Yeah. So then satellite imagery, we can see that we have this band of cloud bringing in some patchy rain, and that is currently in the west of the country. Radar shows that nicely, patchy light rain. A few days ago, we thought that this front could be more intense, but it's now looking like just a average weak front system coming through. Behind that, for tomorrow, we have this cooler, fresher air mass here, and that is clearer skies as well. Tomorrow should be quite a bright day, but then we have this massive cloud coming in for Friday, and that is another warm front and a warm sector. So by Friday, we got this game quite windy, but warm and humid, but cloudy. For France, we have a lot of instability tonight, and that is forming a load of thunderstorms. Probably more supercells, really angry thunderstorms here. And some of these are likely to just push northwards into the southeast of England here. The fact that these are imported might just mean that they aren't as intense as they might have been otherwise. But still, I would not rule out these sharp bursts of rain and hail, along with some thunder. That is seen also on the UKV, just skirting the southeast coast. I believe that based on the current radar imagery, these storms and showers will push a bit further west and north than what that's showing there. Just in case you live in Kent or Norfolk there, or even towards London. Yeah, so overnight for Ireland anyway, we see this patchy light rain pushing eastwards. A few heavier showers possible on the back end of the rain in parts of the west, and these will push eastwards overnight. But by Thursday morning at 6 a.m, the last of the rain is just clearing off the east coast. And Thursday, as I said, will be a brighter day with sunshine. A few showers will push in towards the west of the country, but other than that, it's quite a dry day with some decent sunshine. But through the afternoon, we will see some cloud pushing in from the west, along with some patchy rain and drizzle. And this is that warm front that I mentioned earlier. Into Thursday evening and overnight, we see that warm front bringing rain to the west and north, mostly light to moderate, and in the east and south it stays dry but It's dry but quite cloudy. Friday morning starts off overcast with a low cloud cover and quite widespread drizzle and light rain. Into Friday itself, some heavier bursts of rain may pushing towards the west, and in this pattern you often see relief rainfall. So you got this moisture laden there coming in from the southwest, and it hits the mountains on the west coast. It rises, cools, condenses, and more cloud forms, and you get heavier rain over the high ground compared to what you would see at lower levels. So watch out for that if you're in the west, but I doubt anyone's really up there in the mountains. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me in the comments if anyone's watching from the Western Highlands there. So through Friday itself, that rain will push eastwards of the country. Could be a few heavier bursts quite widely in the north there, as an area of rain pushes just over the Malin Sea and goes towards Scotland. And overnight into Saturday, we see some more rain just skirting through. It's a very moisture-laden air mass, warm but southwesterly and moisture-laden. You've got a lot of moisture drizzle clouds. Saturday, there are some uncertainties in the forecast for the weekend, just based around the proximity of an area of high pressure that will be towards the continent, and the proximity of a low pressure system towards the northwest. We'll be somewhere in between the two systems, but we just don't know where exactly we'll lie. But the UKV shows Saturday being quite a drab day in the east and south, but in the north it's quite nice. But into Sunday, all areas are a bit drab until the evening in parts of the South Midlands there. And Monday morning starts off quite nice, but we do end up with clouds pushing eastwards to the country. And I think it'll be quite warm for the east and south, but in the west and north it's cloudy and cooler there. But for the UK, you'll see that Monday, if this is correct, will be a scorcher. So here's the temperature forecast, as promised. These. Okay, crappy ads. So, starting off on Thursday morning, we're looking at lows of around 10 to 14 Celsius, that's west to east. Obviously, because the west will see clearer skies first, that means they have a longer duration of radiation cooling. Yes, so further into Thursday, highest temperatures of around 17 to 20 degrees. That's warmest in the east, way more sheltered from westerly winds, and the sunshine lasts for longest. Into Thursday night, temperatures will rise towards dawn. So Friday morning, you're in the mid-teens. For Friday itself, highest temperatures of around 17 to 20 degrees. So as I said, it will be quite muggy on Friday. Widely up to 19 degrees there, possibly 21 there in the capital and in Limerick. Actually, by Friday evening, many areas are really, really warm, considering it's westerly airflow. Beyond that, Saturday morning sees a cool down as the cold front is attempted to push southeastwards, but the south oh god, that'd be a nightmare Friday night, won't it? For the southeast, look at those temperatures. By 9 AM Saturday, actually, I should mention that Z stands for Zulu time, basically GMT, and actually all these times you see on the chart on this, say there, and also on these models, Z, you have to add an hour onto that in the summertime, so that's really 10 AM actually. 10 AM Saturday, temperatures in the southeast widely into the high teens, and through the afternoon, you're widely 20 degrees in the east. For the west, just a bit cooler. And London, Kent, into like Norfolk, Cambridgeshire, Lincolnshire, just that circle, that quadrant there of the UK. Temperatures high 20s, 30 degrees in parts there. So London out towards, I'm trying to think where that is now. The name is gone, but it's just that estuary. The Thames Estuary, is that correct? I've forgotten what it's called. It probably comes to me at some point later on. Into the overnight periods and into Sunday morning, lower temperatures in the low teens. And by Sunday afternoon, temperatures very warm, of around 17 to 23 degrees, warmest there in the South Midlands. Temperatures in the UK, high 20s there in the southeast corner. Monday, anyway, east of the line from Devon up to Bristol, up through towards Liverpool, Manchester area, across to Sheffield, and up towards Newcastle. Above 30 degrees. Some areas in the East Midlands there, 36 bloody degrees. 37 there in London. That's ridiculous. For Ireland, more sensible, low 20s in the east and southeast. Otherwise, high teens as the cold front goes through. GFS 12's head run. So, as I said, unsettled for the rest of the week, but by Friday, Saturday, we're very warm or mild. I think Sunday is quite damp on this run before that low clears away that warm weather. And start of July looks westerly. A high pressure does build in through the second week of July, and that does promise quite nice weather, if this is correct, should I say. Here's the ECM. The ECM tomorrow is going to be westerly, cooler and breezier. Friday is going to be warmer, humid, cloudy, breezy, overcast, drizzly. Saturday, quite similar. Sunday, south quite nice, but north not so much. Monday, cold front comes through. Tuesday, probably a bit cooler day, sunshine and showers there. Start of July, maybe some nicer weather. Here's the UK Met 12 said. Once again, same old story with it being warm, muggy on Friday. Saturday, Sunday, devil's in the detail, but by Monday, deep low comes through. It sweeps away that warmth there into Monday. And beyond that, it's quite messy, really, start of July. Start of July looks very uncertain and messy. GEM, we're certain up till Friday pretty much. Saturday, quite nice in the north, I think, but the south could see a warm front coming through. And Sunday is the opposite of Saturday. Monday sees a cold front coming through. Bit showery start of July, and then brief drier spell before low pressure comes through again. It's a very messy pattern. You've got all these pressure patterns linked together, and it's a bit complicated actually, because each model, in this pattern, I feel like all the highs and lows are a bit small. I don't know how to say it, but they're like, just let me fast forward to the weekend there. Like, that's a small area of low pressure, and that high there is actually quite a weak ridge. So the influences are very subtle. And basically the gradient isn't big there. So look, parts of Wales on Sunday looking very nice and sunny, but contrastingly, I say even in parts of like West Leinster on Sunday, it could rain. Like, it's very just the small areas of low pressure here and just how they develop and interact. Huge differences. And end of June looks quite showery, starts like a showery. Actually a low forms over the country there by July 3rd. And finally we have the arpège run. What's that? So tomorrow is westerly and showery. Friday is just warm, muggy. And then further on is the weekend. Saturday. Let's just turn this on to help us figure out what's going on. I should have done that with the other ones, actually just turn the preset on, because that will show us what's happening properly. Saturday looks damp in the south and dry in the north. Sunday is the opposites. And Monday, I think, a cold front there will start to move in from the west. But if it stays to the west for long enough, Monday could be a very warm day. I'm just out of interest, I'm going to zoom in here. Temperature forecast for 6 a.m. Monday is very warm. Cloud cover, probably going to be high cloud, but we don't know what's happening with that yet. It's just the devil's in the detail. But if it stays cloudy, temperatures won't rise as high as they would if it's sunny, obviously. I just want to, before we end this off, I'm actually, is it the Thames Estuary? Is that what the area is called? I'm sorry, I have to figure this out. Oh, we gotta be kidding. What? Oh, I know what happens. I did Google Maps Ireland, so it's not even showing me the UK places. I'll figure this out for you guys just now. It's off topic, but we'll do this. What a blooper. What a blooper. This is actually useless. Like, I can't believe I'm doing this. I Googled in a weather video, Thames, like, Google Maps, only for it to not work, and it's not even to do with the weather. Well, I'm sorry about that, guys. enjoy watching me mess up. I hope you did that. I hope you enjoyed. You savoured the moment of watching me screw myself over. Everyone, thanks for watching. I'll see you. Bye for now.